dark. That's really dark. Good morning, guys. Welcome back to another video. We are currently on the second day of a 3-day canoe trip here on Spednic Lake in New Brunswick. As we were pulling into camp last night, there was a huge bull moose leaving the campground, which is on an island. And it's just this tiny little island, and we saw him walking through the water towards the mainland, which was really cool. But later that night, while we were sleeping in our tents at about 12:30, 1 a.m. maybe, he came back. And the moose came, and I heard him walking. I kind of rustled in my tent just to sit up and hear what the noise was. And he got startled and started snorting basically maybe 20 feet from the campsite. And then he took off the same way he came and left yesterday. So really weird. I didn't think he was going to come back, but there must be something on that island of interest to him. I didn't get too much sleep after that. Once I was just alert, my ears couldn't sleep, and I was listening for him to come back. But other than that, it was a really nice campsite. And yeah, it's like I said, we're day 2 on the water. We're hoping to get in some good mileage today. Hopefully at least another 10 to maybe 15K if we're feeling it. It's perfect conditions out here. There's no wind at all. The water is like glass, which is great. So we're going to be able to put on some good distance this morning, but there are thunder showers in the forecast for around 5 to 6 p.m. So we're definitely going to want to get off the water before that. So that's kind of our goal today. Just enjoying the beautiful scenery and yeah, have you guys along for the ride. Oh yeah. Damn. So we just made it to a spot called the Ledges. This is another campsite you can stay on Spednic Lake. It's about noon, so we're just gonna stop and have some lunch and probably go for a swim because this campsite is gorgeous. I'm standing on basically just a huge piece of rock right now that stretches out into the water. It makes it really nice just to pull up the boats here. All of this is just a rock ledge basically, hence the name of the Ledges. So yeah, we're gonna hang out here for a little bit. It's gonna be probably the hottest part of the day right now, so we're on track to make it to our next campsite. But yeah, this place is really cool. So Travis had some extra moose meat, so we're cooking that up for lunch, and we're gonna throw it on this Happy Yak Moroccan feast dish. So gonna be really good. It's good stuff. So we are right here at the Ledges. And what we've decided to do, instead of continuing this way to Todd's Island, we're gonna cross into this little cove here. So we're gonna go back a little ways and then go this way. And we're gonna do that hopefully to beat some of the wind that's coming this way, especially with the really high chance of a thunderstorm this evening. The wind could pick up at any moment, so we're just gonna hug this side here as long as we can until we can get to Todd's Island, camp there for the night, and then we only have this small section to go tomorrow, which is really not that bad. So yeah, that's the plan. We want to be off the water before that storm, so we don't want to waste too much time, but we've got about 4 hours until it's supposed to land, so that should give us plenty of time to get to the next campsite. All right, so we just left the Ledges campsite, and we actually paddled back a little ways so that we can get around that island, or I guess it's like almost a peninsula that I showed you earlier on the map. And we're gonna hug the right side of it here, heading to the next campsite. And immediately once we crossed, there's like no wind. So it was getting pretty choppy on that other side, and we're glad that we made this call to switch over here, because it is much calmer. It's night and day. It's shielding all this, like, I guess it's like a southwesterly wind that was coming at us, so much better. I think we'll be able to paddle a lot more efficiently to the next campsite and hopefully get off the water before the storm. So, as you can probably see behind me, that storm is catching up to us pretty quick. We are almost to Todd's Island where we're camping tonight, so we really want to get there before this storm hits us on the water so that we can start setting up camp. Hopefully it's nothing crazy. I think it's just thunder. There really isn't much rain in the forecast, but still don't want to be on the water for that, so we're pushing to get out of here. The campsite is right in front of us. Oh, that's dark. That's really dark. If that wind picks up, sit down, because it'll tip us over. Yeah, the winds have shifted. This is a fight. Holy fuck. Travis is good. He's just down the coast that way a little bit. I checked on him and he's just pulling his boat into the woods. The campsite is right here, so I'm just gonna pull mine up too. The lightning's here and it's like right above us. There's the flash, and then the thunder is almost immediate. We made it off the water just in time. The rain is starting now. We got the tarp up basically right away once we had the boats and gear pulled in. And the lightning is drifting away from us, which is good. But yeah, that was kind of scary. So the thunder and lightning is pretty distant now, and it's just lightly raining. It's really not that bad. So we've got camp established and some tarps up. I got my tent up and a fire going, and yeah, we're just gonna wait it out from here. Today was definitely the biggest day. We did roughly 15K on the water moving, so that brings us to total for 2 days about 25K. We definitely didn't want to time the storm that closely, but it rolled in out of nowhere, and we were already pretty close to camp. So we had a pretty promising route where we were protected from the wind until like the very last kilometer or so, where it was pretty open to the campsite. And that's when the storm hit us and just started pushing the canoes everywhere. There was a point where both Travis and I thought we were going to be going into the water. The wind just switched on a dime and turned into like a headwind into pushing us from behind and just completely throwing off our balance. It doesn't hurt to always keep an eye on the forecast like we were. We probably should have tried to push a little bit harder this morning just to get here a little sooner, but you never know with these things until it actually happens, right? But yeah, this is a really nice campsite. It's another island. This is called Todd's Island. There's 2 campsites here. I've stayed at both of them before. This is the one on like the north end of the island, which was closer for our route. The other campsite is on the southern end of the island, but we're just kind of chilling now. That was a decent day on the water. 15K in canoes on a lake is a lot. So these are
moose.
You made the sausages, eh?
Yeah, we made them in the garage a couple months ago.
Wow. A little bit of sauce. There it is right there, guys. That's supper tonight. Not bad for day 2. Pretty good meal. So it is about 9:30. The sky has completely cleared up, and yeah, it actually turned out to be a pretty nice evening despite the storm. So it definitely added a bit of excitement to the end of our paddling trip for the day, but yeah, everything worked out all right. And yeah, this campsite is probably the nicest one of the trip, I'd say. The ledges where we stopped earlier just for the day is pretty cool too, but I quite like this one too. You get kind of like 360-degree views on the little end of the island here, so yeah, really nice spot. But yeah, we're probably just gonna wait here till the fire dies, and then well, at least I'm gonna head to bed. Good morning, guys. It is day 3 of our trip. We're just packing up camp. We've had breakfast and coffee and all that stuff, and we're just getting ready to head out. It's a little bit windier and cooler today, but I think the wind is in our favor. It's coming from the west, so it's going to push us all the way back to the finish, which is Spednic Provincial Park, which is good. So yeah, should be a pretty easy paddle this last day. Just about 5K, and then we're back. And then yeah, just the drive back to pick Travis's truck up, and then get out of here. So we're making our way back to the mainland, and we're basically going to be using all of these kind of islands out here to block us from the wind, because Spednic Lake has quite a few like large sections of water, or large bodies of water that get quite a bit of wind. So using these islands to kind of cover you makes a big difference, and today's a lot windier than it has been the last 2 days, so we kind of just want to keep it easy for ourselves. So we're about minutes away from shore here, just about to pull up. And yeah, that was 3 days, 2 nights on Spednic Lake. This is one of my favorite places in the world to paddle, and it's always beautiful. There's so much wilderness. We saw eagles, we saw that huge moose at the start, tons of loons. It's awesome out here, and I've been wanting to do this route for a while now, so I'm glad me and Travis made it happen. And yeah, it was a awesome 3-day trip. I would definitely do it again. If you ever get a chance to paddle out here, I highly recommend it. As always, leave campsites cleaner than you found them, and if you're able to, definitely consider supporting the St. Croix International Waterway any way that you can. They do a really good job maintaining the campsites along the lake and the St. Croix River here. So yeah, it would be a lot harder to do this without them. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Any comments, please feel free to leave them below, and definitely consider subscribing if you haven't, and leaving a like really helps. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.